What if I tell you that recently the government of India in no time has brought a change into the 3 old decade act, which eventually has benefited the public at large. Yes friends, in this video, based on my opinion, let me share with you all what are the changes which has been brought in the recent revised Consumer Protection Act of 2019 and what type of impact will it have on us. So before getting into this topic briefly, to all my friends who have no idea what Consumer Protection Act is all about, this is a basic act which safeguards the rights of a consumer from being cheated and from being misled from fake advertisement. So who are the consumers? We ourselves are the consumer. Whenever a person goes and buys a product from a shop, he is called as a consumer. Whether it can be a 1 rupee Clinic Plus shampoo or a 50,000 OnePlus phone, he is called as a consumer. This new act was brought into force with a variety of changes, and out of which 6 of the changes are very peculiar in nature and which has to be noted. The first one is that this act covers e-commerce transaction. To give you a better pretext, the old Consumer Protection Act was brought in the year 1986. At that point of time, we didn't have any digital technology. But now at present in this digital world, we the buyers, that is consumers, more than buying things offline, we prefer online shopping. So in this new act, there is a new clause which has been inserted and which says that if a buyer finds a fault or a defect in a product, whether it can be from online shopping or offline shopping, he can readily file a complaint and seek compensation under the provisions of this act. The second notable change is the introduction of e-filing of complaints. Earlier, to file a consumer complaint, the aggrieved person, that is the consumer himself, has to approach the consumer court and has to follow all the procedures, which definitely a normal person wouldn't know. But in this new act, there is a clause which says that if a person is dissatisfied with the product and with the manufacturer company, he can readily file a complaint through online and his case will be dealt through video conferencing itself. I hope this digital way definitely gets a big thumbs up from our generation. The third concept is quite interesting and is in need of the hour. It is celebrity endorsement. Gone are the days where the celebrities earn lakhs of money through advertisements which they know aren't true and are totally fake. Earlier, our law imposed fine only on the manufacturer company and not on the celebrities for misleading advertisements. But under this new act, even the celebrities are equally liable if they are found to perform in advertisements which are misleading and fake. And they can also be fined up to 10 lakhs and also they can sent to jail for a period of 1 year. So at least I hope this will make our Indian television, which is filled up with celebrities acting in advertisement, to better drop acting in misleading advertisements and to start focusing of giving good movies to the public. The next notable concept under this act is the establishment of Central Consumer Protection Authority, which is being headed by the Director General, who has the powers to conduct inquiry or investigation into violation of consumer rights or unfair trade practices. The authority has been granted wide powers to take suo motu action, recall products, order reimbursement of the price of goods and services, and also to file a class action suits if a consumer complaint affects more than one individual. The next notable amendment is product liability. Generally, when the buyer or the consumer finds a fault in a product, he directly approaches the store or the seller from where he has purchased the product, and the storekeeper readily keeps the answer that he is not responsible and only the manufacturer is responsible for the defect, thus escaping from his liability. But under this new act, the seller is equally liable as that of the manufacturer, since they share equal amount of profits as that of the latter. The best example is that of e-commerce tycoon Amazon company. Even from now onwards, the Amazon company will be held liable if they are found to give any defective products, and they cannot escape from the liability, saying that they are just an intermediate platforms. The last notable and appreciable amendment is that of invoking the provision of alternative dispute resolution. The alternative dispute resolution or the ADR is nothing but, in Tamil we call it as a panchayat, where there will be both the parties and a middle person will be there. So the same skill plays here. The consumer court will appoint an arbitrator who will be a middleman and who will decide the dispute based on merits, and this can also be called as an out of court settlement, and this will reduce the time of the case and also give a speedy remedy to the consumer. So that's it in this video. I have shared my opinion, and please let me know your views on this new amended act by dropping your comment in the comment section. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.